Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the V4 build. It feels like it's been weeks since I've seen you. But as you can tell, the V4 build is still coming along nicely and the 959 is almost done and this is how it looks now. It's currently getting the dyno, then it's off to get decals later in the week and then we'll be presenting the final video on that. But in the meantime, it's about 10 degrees outside, it's 8 PM at night, my wife's at the Michael Bublé concert, so let's get into it. And you might also be wondering which design won the contest. It was design M. I can't wait to build this. It looks smoking hot. So I have got something incredibly special to show you, courtesy of one of our sponsors, Suspensions R Us. And I might just maneuver my lights around a little bit and then bada bing, bada boom. Look at that. This is a full setup for the V4 and I've got to be honest, look, I said at the start of this build, we're gonna try and make it sort of ASBK or even WSBK spec in terms of some of the parts if we could. Before we get into that, we've also got our Racebox Mini. So our Racebox Mini needs to get fitted to the back of the V4. So we're gonna start mocking that up now. I've already made a template for it out of fiberglass. We're gonna put the rear cowl on the bike, just here. And then, I need a longer arm. We're gonna put the rear cowl on the bike. We're gonna probably cut a hole in it, practice fit it, and then shape it and mold it to fit. And then that'll be one of the performance features of this bike because it's no point going fast if you don't know how fast you are going or what your fast points on track are. Anyway, Racebox Mini helps with all that. So let's get that into it. So this part's pretty easy. I just got some masking tape and masked up all four edges just to make sure I got a nice clean line when I actually go to cut it. And I just use my little Dremel drill with a tiny little grinding disc on it just to get a nice smooth edge. Okay, so we'll cut that out. I'm gonna have to shape it a little bit better, but basically this sits in there like that. So I'll still have to, I didn't want it coming all the way up. I wanted this protruding a little bit out of the top so you can get some purchase on it when you want to grab it. I'll have to clean up these edges a little bit. So let's start mounting it into the rear. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, so I think if you look at the MotoGP bikes, they have that little transponder just there and it sits up quite high. I think I'm gonna off-center this so it's just on the side like that. I don't know, should I put it front to back or I guess I'll put the USB point at the back. So just like that, I'll try and make it relatively straight with the bike like that. So if I take that out, then I guess I really just want to line it up with those 2 points and cut this out. So I'm going to draw the line, but I'm going to cut inside the line and then push this down into it and then sand the edges off because that way I have a lot less fixing up to do, a lot less fiberglassing. I could just stick it straight on top, but I think if I spend half an hour or an hour just trying to actually get it to fit better, I think it's going to look much better once we do the full decals and the paint and everything else. So better off putting in the hard yards now, I guess. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sand down these edges a little bit, fiberglass the back of it in place, so just mix up some fiberglass, cut some real small strands, fiberglass that in place, and then finish it off with car filler. So just so it's got some nice smooth edges and it doesn't look like a complete yobbo has actually made it. So I want nice, clean, straight edges across each of the sides, so it looks professional. So anyway, on to the big news. I said at the start of this build, we're chasing 3 things. We're chasing power, we're chasing handling, and we're chasing stopping power. So power comes from horsepower of the bike. That's simple, that's give the bike a tune. We'll do some other stuff with the rear sprocket as well, just to show you how we're gonna get more power out of the bike. Handling is gonna come down to a couple of things. It's gonna come down to losing a lot of weight off the bike and what suspension we put into the bike. So that's where we're gonna go with this conversation. And then stopping power. So that's gonna be a whole episode just on brakes. And we're talking rear thumb brake, enhancing the front brakes quite a lot as well, just to really improve that stopping power. So if you want to get your hands on some of this gear, jump on suspensionsrus.com.au. Make sure you use my discount code, and that'll give you a nice healthy little discount off the total, and it can only improve your bike, so get after it. Wow, this is, I shouldn't say wow, I opened the box earlier, but you know, look at this. This is just beautiful. This is absolutely fantastic. And it's got this little nozzle here, which we're gonna show you what that is. And it's gonna take me a while to figure this out, because this is like way more advanced than anything I'm gonna need on track. To give you an idea, there's 4 groups on track days. The top group is the yellow group. I ride in the group below that, so I'm not even that fast, but I'm okay, I can hold my own. It's got 3 springs that come with it. So it's got an 84.4 kilo in there at the moment. And it also comes with an 89.7, which is probably better for my fat ass, and a 79.7, which is far too light for me because I'm about 100 plus kilo. So we might swap out that spring when we take it to Joe at Ride Dynamics, when he does the actual tuning for the bike. And it comes with a whole bunch of stickers, an instruction book, so I'm gonna need to read that. And I think I need to go and get a university degree just so I can actually understand this shock. That's not the only thing about that shock. I also want to show you this. We're going to come back to what's in my left hand as well. But this is actually the tool that you need to be able to adjust that shock on the fly. And the whole point of this tool is that, I'm going to try and get this right. The whole point of this tool is that you can adjust your bike in between practice sessions or in between qualifying really, really quickly without having to get any tools out and make any manual adjustments. So I don't think there's many people, and maybe correct me if I'm wrong, drop a comment if I'm way offline here, but I don't think there's many people in Australia that have one of these. So I'm pretty fortunate, again, thanks to the guys at Suspensions R Us and YSS. But yeah, look at this. It's got a gauge on the end, and it's pretty much a valve, so you can add and release pressure into the shock. So your little pin there, your little nipple, I think it's called nipple. I feel weird saying nipple. So it's actually holding pressure already. It's holding about 150 PSI, if you can see that. And I think that's what allows you to pressurize in or out your actual rear shock and adjust your shock accordingly. But yeah, wow. I'm gonna have to do a session on this with Joe from Ride Dynamics, and he'll explain to us exactly how it works, because I've got to be honest with you, I think it's fantastic, but it's way above my head. So check these out. How good do they look? I'm gonna leave them in the plastic, so sorry you can hear all the plastic making noise, but you almost wish this color was on the outside of the bike, like that purpley red. Here we go. These are the top of the line competition fork inserts, fully adjustable, nice and lightweight. Comes with 2 sets of springs, so 3 sets of springs, because you got the ones that are on there. I'm not quite sure which one's the heaviest, but I'm guessing Joe from Ride Dynamics will tell me about that. Comes with some tools in case you're really confident you want to do it yourself. I'm not. And it comes with some fork fluid. So it's got pretty much everything. These are going to look awesome when they're on the bike. So I mean, you're going to be able to see that top nice bit of red coming through on the top of the fork. Yeah, look, even if we don't keep this bike, the next owner is going to love all these performance parts. Okay, last but not least, we've got our very beautiful YSS suspension, sorry. Yeah, exactly, that's what it is. It's a YSS suspension steering damper. So that's going to go on the bike now because that takes literally 2 minutes to put on. I'm going to show you this. We're going to do like a reveal, like a sexy reveal. Are you ready? Are you ready? That is hot. Hotness with a capital H. How awesome does that look? So the best thing about these is I've got 30 clicks of adjustability. So in and out, and you can actually probably do it sort of just as you're stopped in between sessions. Just super, super quick adjustability, harder and softer, clockwise, anti-clockwise, super simple. There you go, one saleable rear shock off a V4 Panigale, another 250 bucks on eBay. Okay, have a look at that. How much better does that look? And it actually, like, even the nice new black and red goes with the DB Holders logo as well, which is also black and red. Much, much cleaner. Yeah, look, super happy with that. I've just torqued them down to 25 Newton meters, but I just need to check the actual specs because it might need to go up to 32. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna check that now and just be 100% sure. So yeah, so we've got 2 YSS pieces on already in pretty quick succession. I've got to be honest, that took me less than an hour. I was pretty hesitant because look how I've got the bike set up because I sold the wheels obviously. So I've zip tied the forks to the stand and then tied it all down as well, just to make sure the bike doesn't move anywhere. I've got another strap over the center of the back of the engine, the back of the swing arm pivot point. And then I've also got the back wheel on the single side stand. So all I had to do to make that hole line up perfectly was just go up and down with the center lift just a little bit, and then it all just worked perfectly. That looks awesome. Wow. And it actually all goes with the red and black of this as well. Red and black, red and black. So I'm gonna have to get Joe to show me how to use this, but I think it's as simple as plugging it in. So plug in the little nozzle there, the female to the male just there, and that allows you to do a manual manipulation of the spring preload without the use of any tools. Okay, thanks for watching guys. It's been a really awesome episode. We've got so much done. I couldn't be happier with our sponsors at the moment, Suspensions R Us. Make sure you give them some love. There's a discount code there if you need it as well. And I just can't wait to see how a pro rider is now going to thrash this bike around a track knowing that it's got pro top line level suspension on it. Yeah, let's wait and see. In other news, I've also ordered the wheels, the Marcassinis. I'll put them on screen here. Let me know your thoughts. Should I have gone for the ones I did, or should I have stuck with the design, which was like a grey? I just think this is going to really make the bike pop. Again, drop a comment below. Let me know your thoughts. And let me know what you want to see on the next episode. Should I continue with suspension and do the front shocks? Should I do all the engine deletes and show you how that's done? Let me know. Like, subscribe, you know the drill.